after you milk, you see like the milk duct is open when you're milking to let the milk out. So when you're done milking, it doesn't just close up right away. So bacteria can get into the cow. So this, you see, it's kind of sticky. So it disinfects the teat and it seals the end so nothing can get in the end. It's to give the cow a chance to shrivel up. Okay. So that you don't want to get this drip on you.
Yeah.
And then before you milk them, you dip them with that.
Oh, before.
And
before and after.
but it's a mild form to kill any bacteria that's on the cow before you milk her. And it's not so much for the cow as you don't want, if she has bacteria on her and you put the milking machine on her and the bacteria gets in the milking machine, then you move the milking machine. When you're milking a barn full, then you could move the bacteria from cow to cow. So you disinfect before you milk, you disinfect after. And this doesn't have any sealer in it because you don't want to seal the milk duct. You want to be able to get the milk out. It's just to kill external bacteria.
So we used to use a
That's
product.
what I'm thinking. Okay.
We used Hippotane udder wash.
Yeah.
So you take paper towel, wash the udder, then you give her a couple of squirts. That's to start her. Because if you put the milking machine right on, she's not starting. So you gotta squirt out a couple squirts. That gets the milk that was in the teat out, and then she lets her milk down. So you have to kind of walk to get the milking machine. You don't want to do it too fast.
See, when you put that on, then you take a paper towel and you dry her off. And when you dry her off, and you're massaging the udder, and it stimulates the milk flow. And then once you get that going, and maybe 30 seconds later, you can strip a bit of milk out of each quarter to make sure everything's okay. And then put the milk around. And the milk, the difference between the milkers we have and what you had is these milkers tell you when she's done.
Yeah, we had to feel the dilator, the inflators, and you could feel whether milk was going through or not.
Yeah.
No more.
Like now the new milkers, even they have automatic takeoffs.
Yeah.
So you can say it's because it's bulging.
I looked at putting them in here. It was $30,000.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make me any more money. It's
No.
convenience.
Yeah, it's convenient.
But it doesn't make me more money, so I didn't do it.
Well, I don't know if Fraser still works at it, but he was working at a big barn where he's down in the pit.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, he does? Yeah. We went there one time with Hortensia, and a cow had the skitters, and she coughed. Do you know what skitters are?
Huh? What's that?
The cow had skitters and she coughed. What do you think happened? What do you think skitters is?
I don't know.
Diarrhea. So the guy has diarrhea, probably from eating fresh green grass or something that was wet, and she coughed. Boom!
Just like this.
Yeah, it 8 to 10 feet.
You know, the funniest thing, the cow didn't have skitters. She just normal in the summertime.
Yeah.
And Jason was here and he was milking, and he always liked to wash the cows from the back.
Yeah.
So he's under like this, and the cow dumps right into his ear. Oh, I laughed. He was mad, but
Oh, yeah. Well, Mom was at a barn meeting once wearing a nice white top, and the cow had skitters and she coughed.
Also, that's why there's a haze there,
Yeah.
and it will just drop here.
Well, you thought to the hay hole.
So there's also a pushing machine there that will push.
Yeah. Him.
Oh, you're the one.
Yeah. There's no machines up there.
There's no machine there. I thought there's like a spring.
No. We used to have to pile the bales
You
in
have
by
lots of
hand.
machines, so I'm thinking of that. Oh, how is it? Something like a spring that will just do it.
No.
Okay. So no for that.
Yeah.
like the newer barns now, they have machines and they drive by in front of the cows and feed them. With a
Yeah, that's what
machine.
I'm thinking.
But we don't have that here.
Okay.
But the newer barn is like they milk like 10 times as many cows too. So it's you couldn't do it by labor, by person.
So you're going to go up? There's a stairs going up?
Yeah, there is a ladder,
A ladder only.
but I go around outside and just upstairs is flat from the ground.
So there's also a barn there. You're going to.
No, upstairs.
No, they're the other side.
Yeah,
That's shed.
You're
just a
going
shed.
to- Ah, shed, okay.
Yeah,
So you're going to use a machine.
yeah, bring it over here. But those are, they're big bales,
Yeah.
so usually we feed them outside
Ah.
with the tractor. Come then, we'll show you these cows. I'm gonna bring a stick.
Walk softly. Are you going to walk softly? And carry a big stick?
Well, you don't know
Yeah.
what's gonna happen. I don't know how many years ago. I was still milking cows, and it was in October,
Yeah.
like early October. The cows were out on pasture,
Yeah.
and I went out to get them to bring them in to milk them.
Yeah.
And I always went out with a stick,
Yeah.
and I had an apple.
Yeah.
So I had a stick in one hand, apple, and I'm eating my apple,
Yeah.
walking back.
Yeah.
I get to the pasture, and so I'm standing there looking at the cow, eating my apple, and this cow comes over to me. And she was always a friendly cow, and she was friendly. She didn't mean to hurt me,
Yeah.
but she came up to me. And when she got, and the last thing I remember was her hitting me right here,
Yeah.
with her nose, and knocked me straight back.
Yeah.
I fell, and because I had stuff in my hands, I
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
brace my, so boom.
Yeah.
I came to 2-3 hours later in the dark. It was pitch dark when I came to.
Oh, shit.
Knocked me right out.
Yeah.
And somehow, I still don't know how I did it. I got the cows in the barn.
Yeah.
Had them all tied up, and it was like 9 or 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So I went in the house to see Grace and said, I'm going to be a little late. Had a hard time getting the cows in.
Yeah.
At least I thought that's what I said. But she told me after I was talking gobbledygook. It made no sense.
Yeah.
Really?
So she said, you better go to the hospital.
Yeah.
So then get there, they diagnosed you with a concussion. They had a bleeding on the brain. Eh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I always carry a stick out because you just never know. She didn't mean to. She
Yeah.
was not a mean animal.
Yeah.
Just wanted to play with you, you know.
Yeah.
Oh.
We never carried a stick when we went out to get the cows.
Well, ever since that, I can't take loud noises anymore. Like, but if the grandchildren come and they're hooting and screaming, I got to go in another room or get out of the way. I
Yeah.
can't take all yelling and just loud noises.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a gland.
And then last winter, like a year and a half ago,
Yeah.
I was here and I was feeding the cows. And I was kind of getting a little dizzy, and I thought, you know, I hadn't had much to eat yet today, so
Yeah.
I'm getting hungry. So I finished feeding the cows. I went and sat down, and I have my chair over there. You see where I have my coffee.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, and the world was going around like this. Whoa, what's happening? You know.
Yeah.
And then I started throwing up, you know. And so I wasn't getting any better. And so I thought, you know, well, I'll go run the stable cleaner. So I walked
Oh,
down
yeah.
there and I sat down in the bale of straw and ran the stable. I thought I can do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Just so get over till this passes. And so I'm down there and Lorianne calls me, and my daughter, she does not like to drive a car. And, you know, when she was 20, I said to her, I'm sick and tired of driving you. You got to get your driver's license. you
Yeah.
know. But so she has her, but she does not. If she has a choice, she'd let somebody else drive.
Yeah.
So she called me and said, "Can you drive me to town?" Or something.
Yeah.
I said, "I'm not feeling very well today. I can't do that."
Yeah.
So anyway, 5 minutes later, she's right there.
Yeah.
Lost Lorianne. Hello.